Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. You know who's not having a fantastic day? A bunch of people beside me getting off the Regal Princess. So, let me set the stage for you. We're getting off the ship. All we have is a little letter that says testing. If you need testing for your flights or the next cruise, you can get it done in the cruise port when you get off. Now, every other cruise I've been on so far, when you get off, there's a section of the cruise terminal set aside, and you walk down to that, you go inside, you do your testing and everything, and they'll email you or they'll give you a copy. Or, in the case of Seattle, they had a tent set up outside where you would go into the tent and it's protected from the elements and that, and you would get your test, you'd wait outside, you get it. Here, when we walked out, it's basically a desk and another desk behind it, outdoors, around all the cars that are coming in, the buses, the transports, everyone walking by, and that's where they're doing the testing. And that's where they're doing the results. Really horrible location. Really horrible location. First of all, how possibly can that be an uncontaminated test when it's outdoors around 1 million people? I don't know. But let's forget all that point. I'm standing in line and it's taking a while, and there's a total of 3 other couples in front of me. And we're chatting, I'm chatting with some other folks and everything, and it's going on, and I'm going, well, this is kind of ridiculous. Why is it taking so long? And then I start talking to some other ladies from the cruise that I met on board and everything. And apparently this person tested positive, this person tested positive, this person tested positive, this person tested positive, all recently. Every single one of them. Now, there's no possible way that every single one of them who aren't traveling together possibly has COVID, especially on Princess right now, because they probably have some of the most strict of all the protocols out there. They're one of the cruise lines that you still have to wear a mask everywhere you go. You're not even allowed to order a drink in the theater because they don't want people taking their masks off to drink, which is completely different on some other cruise lines. So yeah, that's what was happening. So I'm standing there and I'm hearing all these people saying, you tested positive, and you tested positive, and you tested positive. And I'm going, well, do I trust this result? I need to get on a cruise in the morning. Do I trust this result? Am I going to stick around for this test? And so I said, see ya. I'm taking off. I'm going someplace else. Now, if you want me to tell you where I go and how it turned out, and if I did end up with COVID, maybe hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It would really, really make my day. I'd really appreciate it. Really does help the channel grow, and it keeps YouTube saying people are still interested in this type of content. And again, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so I left, I jumped in a taxi, and I came to my hotel. I'm staying back at the Embassy Suites, just around the corner from the cruise port. I can look out, I can see 2 Princess ships, I see 2 Celebrity ships, I see the Odyssey of the Seas, I see all the ships, it's beautiful. So I love staying here. And I walk across the street, and I go to the laboratory doctors, or doc labs. I'm going to put up a sign right here. This is some of the prices that they charge, what's available, and you can see they're quite reasonable prices. You can get an RT-PCR test in an hour if you need it. You're going to pay for it, but if you only need the antigen test to get on the cruise ship, it's $49, but they are efficient. There was about 20-some people in front of me when I arrived, and I was had my test in hand faster than I was still waiting when there were only 3 couples in front of us at the Princess Port. Now, this is not in any way anything against Princess. The cruise was great. I had a great time. The food was good. The service was good. One of the best cabin stewards I've ever had. He was amazing. At one point, I tried to get some laundry done, and because it was like day 4, I said, well, I need my laundry back. Sorry, it was day 5. Backtrack, day 4. But I want to make sure my laundry got back in time for me to pack the next day. So I ticked the box saying same day service for tomorrow instead of the normal 2-day service. And he tracked me down and everything because he knows I'm elite with Princess. And he said, you know, he wanted to make sure that this service would cost me 50% more of what it would, like what a normal charge would be, because that's my discount for being elite. Plus I get free laundry. One free laundry, but you don't get express free laundry. And he tracked me down in the Princess Live when I was doing an interview with the cruise director on board for the wake show. And he just wanted to make sure that I was okay with the charge, and he wanted to make sure that I got my laundry in time for me to pack, which I did. And so that's the kind of service that I got on board. Natalie, the cruise director, is so much fun. Everybody seemed to absolutely love her on board. They stopped her in the halls to talk to her, and she's happy to do it. And she's one of those outgoing cruise directors that you really enjoy having as your cruise director on the ship. So that's nothing against Princess. Remember, it's not Princess that's running the testing. It's a third party that they hire. And that's for all the cruise lines out there. But first off, to set up outdoors, basically on the street, to run a testing laboratory, you're gonna get false positives. You're gonna get contamination. And it was plain as day, because everybody, not just one out of like 20, everybody was testing positive in a row. So something was going wrong, and I wasn't taking any chances of sitting there waiting, because I don't know the rules. If I test positive, now what they were apparently doing was retesting everybody. But I know in Canada, you're not allowed to retest. If you have a negative test, a positive test, you have to wait 24 hours to retest. So, yeah. That could be disastrous, because I'm supposed to be on a cruise tomorrow and I didn't want to wait to the last minute and have this false test on my record, especially going, you know, because they do notify the American travel industry, and they do tell the people at the border and everything with my passport. And when I get home, I get this message saying, you were here, you were there, you were here, and you tested negative here, you tested negative here, etc. I didn't want to have on my ways home, you tested positive here, and it shouldn't be. Even if I test negative the next day, I didn't want that on my report at all when I'm traveling. So I went over to the dock laboratories, where I've been 4 times now in the last month. They were quick, they were nice, they were friendly. Boom, in and out, did my test. Lots of people in front of me. We went right through it, no problem. I was in and out in about 40 minutes, and that's including going through the 20 people that were in front of me. So I can't ask for better services. That's why I'm putting that sign up, recommending them. If you need a test, you're in Fort Lauderdale. It's on 17th Street, right near the Embassy Suites Hotel and the Renaissance Hotel. You can see the cruise port from it. So that's how close it is. Yeah. So yeah, bit of a mess up today with testing. And remember what happened to me getting off the edge with my test. So I didn't want to take any chances on missing my next 2 cruises, because somebody goofed up. And the first goof up, I think, is that location. That location has to change for testing. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.